Every editor thinks that they have the absolute best plugin stack, but with all of the advancements in AI recently, I figured there had to be some good new ones that are flying under the radar. And who better to ask than the AI daddy of them all, ChatGPT. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at ChatGPT's favorite AI editing plugins and then ranking them to determine which ones are actually worth your time. First on our list is Boris FX CrumplePop, which according to ChatGPT, CrumplePop's AI filters remove hiss, hum, wind, and traffic noise with a single control, giving you polished audio without hours of EQ tweaking. So let's put those claims to the test. First, is it real? Boris FX CrumplePop looks like it's real. We can go ahead and install CrumplePop. Easy, breezy, beautiful. CoverGirl. Yeah, so the Boris FX CrumplePop was actually really powerful. There was a lot of effects that came included. I thought it was just gonna be one plugin that had a few little parameters, but there was actually several different effect plugins that had parameters that you could tweak and change the settings on. It's like a plugin that has several different plugins. So this is actually really interesting. Realistically, I didn't have a ton of examples to test every single one of the different effects, but a few that stuck out were the repair functionality. So it really helped to reduce the noise. Pop applied, and now it does have CrumplePop applied. So how was that? Does it sound any better? Definitely sounds a little bit better with the echo removed here. And then the enhance audio feature actually worked better than Adobe's built-in enhance audio effects. It does have CrumplePop applied. So how was that? Does it sound any better? Specifically, I feel like I've come a really, really long way. So this might be a good one. I do feel like there's more presence in the CrumplePop version. It feels closer, and just looking at enhanced speech here, you get one slider. At least with this voice enhance in CrumplePop, you have this refined, I don't know exactly what it refines, but it's more sliders. I'll take more control over less control any day. I was really impressed by CrumplePop in general. I think with a little bit more time getting to know the plugin and how the different effects work, it can be a really, really powerful tool. CrumplePop, pretty impressive here. So I'm gonna have to put CrumplePop in A tier. The next plugin we'll be taking a look at is AutoCut, which according to ChatGPT takes the tedium out of long edits by automatically trimming silences, adding captions, and handling podcast style multicam cuts right inside Premiere. Now this one seems like it could be really exciting, and honestly I've seen a couple promotional videos, but let's go ahead and put AutoCut to the test because I think that this video should actually be right up its alley. Found AutoCut's website. It does exist. That's always the first test. Does the plugin actually exist, or was ChatGPT hallucinating? I feel like we needed Billy Mays advertising AutoCut because every time I opened the plugin, it was like, but wait, there's more. AutoCut was another plugin that blew me away a little bit with the remove silences feature, and creating the J and L cuts is something that I had never seen before. Pretty crazy to see this work. This is like watching a time lapse of an editor editing a project. I love how after you apply each effect, it tells you exactly how much time you saved.
So today we're revealing the top 8 lessons that we've learned over the past 8 years in video marketing.
Nice,
okay.
Great.
All right.
We'll get the alternate. Hey there, I'm Kyle Miller, the manager of video production here at Storyblocks. I was blown away there for a second, I'm not gonna lie. If you're just trying to condense information as quickly as possible, this is very powerful. With that being said, there were a few features that I think could still be improved. With the reframing shots, specifically, it was trying to pan between shots when there was a cut. I find that Adobe's reframe actually sometimes does this a little bit better. But the captions feature was one of the most powerful implementations I've seen of animated captions. I found that I could create a style that was really, really close to the exact style that I was going for and that Storyblocks has within our brand guidelines. Nice. It's no fluff. It just works. Now, when there is a mistake within the captions, it's not the easiest to be able to edit that, but it's so easy to regenerate an entire track worth of captions that I wouldn't be too worried about it. Another thing that struggled with a little bit was the podcast angles. I felt that it was halfway effective. The only reason I say that is because if you choose to add in reaction shots, I feel like it held on the reactions for a long time. So it might cut to a reaction of just a small nod, but then it'll hang there for another 2-3 seconds. Overall though, I think the AutoCut is really, really powerful. The amount of time that it saves in just watching it work, I found so impressive. I highly suggest everyone give it a try. I'm going to rank AutoCut in A tier as well. Up next is Infognition. Infognition. I do not know how to pronounce this. According to ChatGPT, Infognition Super Resolution is a machine-powered upscaler and denoiser that rebuilds detail by by analyzing multiple frames, letting you turn soft or low-res footage into crisp HD or 4K directly in Premiere. Super resolution I had really high hopes for, but unfortunately just isn't available on Mac. So if you're on a PC and editing, let me know in the comments down below. Give super resolution a try, and is it worth the time for the community to investigate? Let us know. Because I couldn't use super resolution, I wanted to find another plugin that achieved a similar technique, and the best that ChatGPT recommended was Topaz Lab's Video Enhance AI. According to ChatGPT, Topaz brings powerful AI upscaling, denoising, and motion deblur into your Adobe workflow through its After Effects plugin bridge. It's the go-to option when you need to rescue low resolution or noisy footage and make it look like it was shot natively in 4K. Now, I don't know what this plugin bridge thing is that they're talking about. I was assuming that it was just dynamic linking, which is what I think it is talking about. In any case, that doesn't mean that the plugin is available in Premiere. It's an After Effects plugin, but I figure it's the closest thing that I could find to a denoising plugin that involves AI. Let's take a look. So Topaz Video AI is another really powerful upscaling and denoising application. Unfortunately, if you don't have a paid version, then the plugins won't work. I don't know if it's doing anything. I think I just need to have a license. This is where I want to rely on the community a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you were able to access this plugin specifically. I know their desktop app is incredibly powerful, both for upscaling and denoising. I've heard from a lot of industry professionals that it really can save you if you have a clip that is just really noisy or really grainy. Based off of everything I know, I'm gonna have to put Topaz in the B tier. It would probably be higher if I could actually give it a proper test. The final plugin that I'm gonna be taking a look at is Colourlab.ai Freelab. According to ChatGPT, Freelab is a free AI-driven color management extension that matches cameras and applies consistent looks across your timeline in one click. It's the easiest way for editors to achieve professional grade color harmony without diving into complex grading workflows. Now, this is one that I'm genuinely really excited to test out. A couple of the promotional materials on their website make it look very powerful and intriguing. This clip is absolutely a Storyblocks clip, so good on you, Colourlab.ai. Freelab was another plugin that really surprised me. It had some really powerful tools to convert the color space of your footage and get it into a really neutral, nice Rec 709 environment that you can then build your grade on top of. Panasonic Vlog, that's correct. And right off the bat, that actually does look very good. That actually does look like a pretty dang good transformation. However, ChatGPT told me that I would be able to match different cameras using Freelab, but that is not the case. So don't go in expecting that to be true. I was really hoping that this was gonna be a silver bullet that just perfectly was able to match these cameras, but that doesn't quite look like it's the case. They also have a ton of really great color grading tutorials with different professionals in the industry, as well as some free looks that you can download and use on your own footage that are based off of different movies. So overall, because the exact functionality of Freelab is a bit limited, I'm gonna have to put that into the B tier. My tier ranking of these AI plugins was a little bit different from ChatGPT's, but its recommendations still did not disappoint. These are all really great plugins for Premiere Pro, from beginner to advanced video creators, and they can really drastically reduce the time it takes for you to edit your videos. Let me know if you agree in the comments down below, and help each other out by listing any standout plugins that you've found recently. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.